Hi, I'm Mike Balducci, and this is my colleague Will Perry. We're here at the Transition Championship in Innisbrook in Palm Harbor, Florida.
With the college golf season almost coming to a close here, Mike, we had a chance to talk to some of the PGA players and see how closely in touch they are with the college game. What do you think the chances are of the team for this year, even though they're a really young group? What do you think their chances are this year?
They've been, for the most part, playing really well, other than last week. So I think their chances are really well. I think they're a great team. Like you said, they're a little young, but they're not scared. They're ready to go. And match play is a little tough because anyone can win, and you saw it with OK State Georgia getting first-round picks last year, and knocking off one of the 1-2 seeds pretty early. It's kind of sucks, but the match play is a lot of fun, and I look forward to hopefully watching them in the finals.
Oklahoma State's about the favorite every year to win the national championship, and it's good to see that. It makes us proud, all of us old guys that played there. But the match play format's interesting. I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of it, but I'm sure they'll find a way to win it this year.
Do you think, are they one of your favorites? Do you have your eye on anybody else this year?
No. There's two teams, Oklahoma State and Oklahoma State. So this watching pretty close.
Are there any individual players that you see as an up-and-comer to be in your position someday?
I played a practice round at the U.S. Open last year with Kevin Tway, and obviously I know him play with his dad a lot, but I just couldn't believe how far he hit the ball, and what a good player he was. And when he finds his stride and puts it all together, I think he'll have many good years out here.
I am so bad at predicting talent like that, but I just know there's a lot of great kids in the college system. I'm not familiar with many of them. I mean, the newest one I've seen is this Ricky Fowler kid.
He's something, isn't he?
Yeah, and I haven't paid much attention to it. I've had hard enough time figuring my own game out lately. The guys in college these days are pretty good, and it shows from me and a few of the other guys, like Cameron Tringali and Billy Horschel, and those guys getting their cards through Q School. A lot of the guys are ready to play, and hopefully we'll get some of the more OK State guys out here soon.
What about the college golf scene in general? Are you a fan? Do you follow? Are there any guys in particular that you have been looking out for?
No, you know what? I think I'm so old now that I'm out of touch with that. I think when I first turned pro, I watched a lot, and because I still knew some people in college, but kind of once I got out of the 5, 6, 7 years out of college, it was kind of hard to follow.
What have you been able to take being a pro to be able to help some of those young guys out who are kind of looking to be in your position?
A lot of course management. So much of today's game is the power game, and I think a lot of the kids get too enamored with just trying to hit as far as they can and see what club they can hit in with a hole instead of maybe placing the ball in the right position. And it's those kind of things, course management and finding out what your tendencies are, where your miss tends to be, and learn how to use that to your advantage on the course. You can't always aim it right at the pin. Sometimes if you're hitting it to the right, you got to aim it a little left to the pin to allow for that.
You just go back and kind of tell them what you need to practice on, how ways you can practice, and that practice helps a whole lot, and the college game helps get you there. Learning how to play golf courses and everything like that.
The thing I've learned from college golf the most is, playing golf's probably the easiest part. You learn to travel and manage your time with school, and then there's a lot more downtime out here without the school.
I remember some of the qualifying days we had were just in some really cruddy weather in Lexington, Kentucky, where UK is, and we go out there and it's 40 degrees and just not pretty, and we were qualifying to go play a tournament in February, which we really had no business playing because we were so rusty from the winter time. But